Welcome to the TNT Show. I'm the Rev. This week we're talking Nazis. Or, I mean, Captain America. Or maybe just Captain America's fans. Let the mayhem begin. Thanks for joining us. Today's show is brought to you by Performance Guards, makers of the best in protection for your grill. If you ever get punched in the face, you want to be wearing one of these. Congratulations to Straven, our TNT round winner. He takes home a Heroes of the Storm demonic Tyrael pop figure. To get your chance to win prizes like this, make sure to subscribe and comment. In the world of superheroes, DC Comics launched its new Rebirth lineup this week, which no one is talking about because they're all too busy talking about this. That's right, in just 2 words, Marvel Comics dropped the mic on DC with the explosive revelation that Captain America is, and apparently always has been, an agent of Hydra. For many, this is akin to saying that Audie Murphy was besties with Hitler or that Gandhi was an arms dealer all along. A story like this is absolutely unprecedented, except for all the times they've done it before. Still, the level of online nerd rage has reached epic proportions. I mean, we've seen less outraged people at actual flag burnings. Nick Spencer, the writer of the controversial story, has already been accused of anti-Semitism and homophobia. Because that makes sense. I mean, this guy actually burned his comic book. For the which, by the way, I'd like to say thank you, because my copy just went up in value. Spencer has even received death threats. Book burnings and death threats. Now who sounds like Nazis? The fact is, most people don't even know about this. So, have you guys heard what's going on with Captain America?
No. I heard something. I don't remember what it was.
I know they're planning on making more Avengers movies and more Captain America movies, but that's about it.
Yeah, haven't heard anything.
Because the truth is, Captain America is just this, a piece of paper with ink on it. Of course, then again, so is Mein Kampf. And so is the Constitution. So maybe that's the real root of the issue. Maybe it really is more than just ink on paper. Perhaps it is the representation of an idea. Captain America really is a symbol of an ideal. And that's why people are upset. Comic books, like all great stories, have twists and turns and characters that flip back and forth all the time, just like presidential candidates. The difference is, unlike a presidential candidate, Captain America doesn't actually have the potential to fuck up this country. And while it's the president's job to run the country, it's Marvel's job to sell comic books. And it's something they are very good at. Do you think it was any coincidence that this bomb was dropped on the very day that DC's Rebirth was launched? Now, it might be a violation of everything the character has ever been and stood for. It might be an all-time low, but it's brilliant marketing. Which almost sounds like a compliment until you consider that the Kardashians are nothing but an all-time low with brilliant marketing.
You don't have any talent.
But remember, if Marvel wasn't good at its job, there wouldn't even be a Captain America or Avengers or X-Men or whatever to nerd rage about in the first place. The truth is, we don't know what's really going on, and overall, Marvel hasn't done us wrong in the past. With a few exceptions. Origins. I think we need to relax. Sit back and see where this ride is taking us.
Hi, this is Greg at Black Hat Comics.
And I'm Taylor.
Instead of talking about the story of Captain America, Steve Rogers, #1, I'd like to kind of address something else that I think is a lot more concerning, and that's the death threats that are made against, honest to God, actual death threats made against the writer of Captain America, Nick Spencer. It's unbelievable. He hasn't hurt anyone. It's a comic book. We're all very passionate about it. But I think that's going over the line.
And even if you don't agree with his storytelling, his writing, the plot that Marvel's been putting together, it's still like a real human life that you're threatening. I mean, Captain America, we're just gonna put it out there, is a fictional character. It's not fair to threaten someone for their story ideas like that.
You have to understand the repercussions that may have on his family, his friends. Those people now may not feel safe, and it's just not right. There have been plenty of people that have written Captain America into some very controversial situations, and they always write him back out. Not to mention the fact that this is the first part of a long storyline. So just let it go and see what happens before you make up your mind. Once again, this is Greg at Black Cat Comics.
And this is Taylor.
Back to you.
So for today, here are the top 10 reasons to enjoy having Captain America as a Hydra agent. Number 10. That's all we got. I'm gonna be honest with you. I wish Marvel hadn't. Captain America has always represented the better side of America. Maybe the Boy Scout image is a little dated, but if ever there was a time we needed it, it's now, when our country is more divided than it's ever been. So I wish they hadn't, but they did. And I'm torn because I understand both sides. The reality is that Marvel is a business, and this is just a comic book. This is fiction. These characters may represent our ideologies, but they aren't actually our ideologies. And those exist within each of us, and no book or story can take those away. So ultimately, whether this is or isn't just a gimmick, we need to think very carefully about the way we react to each other and with other fans who have different opinions. Because the only thing worse than Cap being reworked as a villain in a comic book is for us to act like villains in real life. I mean, we're all fans out here, so let's treat each other with respect. Thanks for joining us today. Check out some of our other videos, and join us next week when we chat with the awesome people at Watchtower Cafe. Keep those comments and posts coming, and we'll see you next week on the TNT Show.
Did you hear that Marvel just announced that Deadpool has always hated chimichangas?